This can't be happening.
Who would do something like this?
Ryuki, you're going to play the fleeing culprit this time. Terra used this elevator to bring Tokiko's right half into the room.
Tokiko. She said NICE isn't a religious group. But this is clearly...
Kuruto Ryuki, you're being demoted to a police officer.
So yeah, all that happened last episode. Welcome back, me friend Aronis. I don't really have any comments for that, or else I would obviously have said them. It's all pretty serious story right now, except they did mention the whole bit of Tama being an abusive director. I think it's actually like a caricature of those types of ultra-narcissistic directors and people of that nature who we've all heard examples of in real life, and lots of media like to make fun of them. It also is kind of jarring, because Tama is really supportive when it counts, but then, like I've said many times, and I just said again, she's literally verbally abusive, like, a lot. I honestly feel like Uchikoshi loves making his main characters just the target of excessive bullying. It might actually be a kink or something, knowing how horny the man is, and that normally it's women. It's not really my thing, I'm kind of a sub, TMI. But like, not in the BDSM sense, and not in the literally I want to be abused sense. Frankly, I feel like if you literally want to be abused for a kink, I think you literally just need therapy. Regardless, friends, let's just start from the top to the bottom. Just dig more into this without any, like, excessive rambling.
Huh? Ryuki, why are you here?
Yeah, this is the place that Kizuna's father works at. So it makes sense Kizuna's here, and I guess it makes sense Mizuki's here, because we know they're all a group of friends. Them and Iris and Mame, the mermaid girl.
To question people for the investigation. Why are you two here?
Kizzy comes here to play with the kids sometimes.
That's really cute. I think she might actually live with Boss, but I think her last name came from that guy, but she's still Boss's daughter. Look at her hair and her eyes, that I will just keep repeating that until it's either confirmed or denied. So I really like the combination of her uniform and her jacket. Dapper women, like office ladies and police ladies, you know.
She really loves kids. Yes, I find it quite soothing, and it energizes me.
Yeah, cute. Kizuna really feels like the opposite of Boss, but you cannot look at her and tell me she's not her daughter. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with proving that right or thinking about it, but it's just like so obvious to me. And the game's acting like we don't know who it is. Especially because they made a point of revealing this character after she said that, because that's when you meet her, is during the investigation directly after you have that conversation with her in which she reveals that she has a daughter. So yeah.
I'm just tagging along.
That makes sense. Mizuki could probably fit in with the kids pretty good.
You do not want to say shit like that to her. I am preemptively sorry. Rip Ryuki.
I feel like I just got insulted.
Yep.
Mind if I kick your ass?
Yup. That's Mizuki for you. I love this woman. God fuck.
Big Sis is quite popular with the children here.
Oh, yeah.
She played with them often when she was still living with Mr. Date as well.
Oh, I didn't know about this. They're conveniently adding things that were never mentioned in the original game. I really feel like some of these places were just conceptualized entirely for the second game. Kept going to the same places, it'd be hard to keep a story going and it'd be kind of boring, so like fair. You still see the boss's office a lot. We actually haven't been to Marble yet, which is surprising to me, but we're finally gonna go there. Because Marble was such a staple location in the first game. But it makes sense because Date's known for going there a lot, and Ryuki hasn't really gone there a lot yet, anyway. But, I don't know if Marble's the place he gets drunk at a lot. It seems to mostly be that, Indian fusion restaurant that I forget the name of right now. I even forget the name of the dude in the costume. That is definitely not Date that runs that place. He could be someone different, but the main character in the first game is missing, and there's a dude in a mask, and this is an Uchikoshi game. There was an instance in both of the first two Zero Escape games of a masked character like this. If he doesn't do that again with the masked person, I'm gonna be real surprised. Plus, it's obvious that he's story important because I don't know why he was in Tokiko's brain. I don't know why anyone was yet. I have theories that I've already said, especially because it really seems like things revolve around, at least partly, whatever the hell Tokiko is really up to before she got sluiced into the Heelys. At least in this timeline. I have this feeling that we might play later and be able to save her, though I don't know. Look at them kids being all wholesome, kicking a ball around. It's actually a really big playground, so I'm glad these kids have that. Wait, what? Brain. So you can tell that my brain's in the gutter, although you should know that by now. I just read that as penises are in bloom. Until I saw it again and actually read it, and no, it's pansy. You know, an actual flower. But I also would not put it past Uchikoshi to just, like, say some shit like that. He has alluded to things that were not there for surreal jokes before, so I would not be surprised if he did that again. Especially horny jokes like that. Also very wholesome music for a wholesome place. At least I'd hope this place is wholesome. I have this feeling it might have a dark secret, because this is an Uchikoshi game. Everything has a dark secret in an Uchikoshi game. I see seesaws, huh? Is that supposed to be a pun? It kind of sounds like one. I see seesaws. Yeah, probably, because saw is the past tense of see. Oh, Uchikoshi. I might be reaching, but I don't think I am, because we're talking about Uchikoshi. I love how she always just carries that around on her back. The pipe. I feel like if you did that, police might apprehend her for, like, having what's obviously supposed to be a weapon. How is the Mizuki? We must know how the grill be doing.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might!
This joke is getting real old to me, but it's still funny.
What?
It doesn't make really a whole lot of sense. I don't think it's supposed to. Uchikoshi really likes making jokes that just make you go, what the fuck are you on, dude? I feel like they get more and more each game, like he's just going more and more insane the more games he writes. And the more tequila he apparently chugs while doing it. I think he literally has lost so many brain cells by now, that is why his humor has become this.
You just seemed kinda quiet, so I thought maybe you weren't feeling well.
But I'm always like this. Though, now that you mention it, I guess my old leg wound is bothering me a bit.
When did her leg get in? Oh, she got shot in the leg by Saito.
Wait, where are you looking, perv?
And by the way, for the record, I was not thinking like that. Just so I don't get labeled like as a pedophile. I have made some lewd comments about her just because her personality is my shit. Like, it's just a reaction to her personality. There's a lot of strong woman things that I find hot. Just on principle, and that's all it is. But anyway.
Huh? You brought it up.
Big hugs.
By the way, is that a bullet wound?
Yeah?
Doesn't it hurt?
No, not really. It's from when I got shot by the new Cyclops killer. But I think the pain I felt inside was worse.
Big hugs.
Now I'll be scarred forever because of that
Large huggies.
bastard.
You'll be okay. You'll get through it fine and be great because you're Mizuki.
School's closed because of the flu.
Shouldn't you be in school is what I asked.
We won't have classes for a while.
Then aren't you supposed to stay at home?
A certain freeloader is at home all the time because he's on vacation.
Oh, so he's just been sitting at home this whole time until he gets exploded and disappears. Or at least that's what we think happened. I think he just disappeared during it somehow.
It was so annoying. I had to get outside.
She must mean Mr. Date.
Young girls have wills of their own.
What are you looking at?
Oh, nothing. Being here takes me back.
To where? Oh, wait, was she here for a while? I'm confused. Because her parents were raising her, right? Oh, no. She's played here with these kids, never mind. Why do you call Mizuki Big Sis?
We did not get much of a chance to speak yesterday.
She's so formal. That's the other... Boss is the opposite of her in every possible way. Boss is like the most tomboyish, like... Even though she is a higher up in the police, she does not act like it at all. That Kizuna is the most formal person I've ever seen in my life. And this is Japan we're talking about. That shit is drilled into you in real life. I find it funny how an 18-year-old seems to be the most mature person in the entire ass video game. In Japan?
For various reasons, I have been living with another girl since I was 9 years old.
Another girl? not your relative.
No, we were not related by blood.
Wait a fucking... Okay, so is Boss's daughter not her but that other girl then? Wait, hold on.
We were the same age, but I referred to her as Big Sis. She was so beautiful, collected, and dependable.
Was? What happened?
She was the spitting image of an older sister. There is something about Mizuki that reminds me of her.
I see. Wait a minute. She's important.
I see.
I think she was living with her because of whatever happened with Boss and this guy that runs this place. If she's not Boss's daughter, I don't know why I keep hammering this. You get that I think it's her, right? I'm very obsessed with that for some reason.
Beautiful and collected, huh?
Why does that look in your eyes offend me so much right now?
Honestly, like... Okay, the beautiful part is mean, but she's got a temper on her. She's smart and actually pretty calm and reasonable whenever she's not pissed off, but that's not that often.
Is she not with you anymore?
When she turned 15, she was adopted. So, we do not live together any longer.
Ah. Who is she? And are we gonna see her? Have we seen her already? I wonder. Could she be that masked girl? Suzuki, she's looking around curiously. I can begin to imagine her taking care of children. She'll kick me if I say that, so I'll keep it to myself.
Oh, so you
my
wanna get
God.
kicked?
Your thoughts are written all over your face.
Good, smart. Stop thinking about her so she won't kick you. I wish I could stop thinking about her, but anyway, no I don't. About the questioning.
You mentioned you were questioning people. Is someone here related to the case?
I'm here to talk to your father, Mr. Riichi Chieda.
What? My father?
Yeah, I heard he's here.
He is, though I believe he is currently in a meeting.
I see. Then I guess I'll wait until he's done.
She's concerned about that. You're close with Mr. Date, huh?
Indeed, we have been quite close.
That's weird because Kizuna did not fucking exist in the first game, man. There's a few instances of characters and locations that are just kind of here that weren't in the first game that make me think that this is some kind of parallel world, or people from that game were actually put in this one, which is a simulation. Like, the AI 1 world is the real world. This is a simulation world they somehow got all put into. That's a theory I just came up with that makes, I would say, more sense than the other theories I've come up with. Especially after hearing them over editing, but watch me say the same shit about this one when I edit this video.
Some time ago, when I nearly got in trouble with some delinquents in town, Mr. Date saved me. Since then, I have been showing my gratitude with home-cooked
Oh,
meals.
that's cute.
Or booking a hotel room for him if he is unable to go home for whatever reason.
Like when we got in a big fight and I kicked him out.
And Suzuki's just smiling about that.
As we continue to interact, we have come to form a sort of mutually beneficial relationship.
You must like Mr. Date, Kizuna.
Yes, but merely as a friend.
She was pretty direct about it.
Yep. That old vibrating bed of a man would never be a viable romantic candidate.
Vibrating bed of a man. Now that is an interesting... What does she even mean by that?
So what is it you wish to discuss?
But I honestly kind of agree until he tones down his shit in a few ways. Like toning down his drinking, the sheer horny,
Father!
you know, some things.
And who is this?
Mr. Ryuki from the police. He is investigating the HB case.
I see.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Kuruto Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department. May I ask you some questions?
That's fine, but I don't have much time. I would appreciate it if you're quick about it.
I'm pretty sure I remember this voice actor. His voice sounds familiar, but I can't place it right now. And by the way, I think his voice is great. I always appreciate the fuck out of voice actors, man. This game's voice acting is god tier as well in general. I feel like it's better than the first game for some reason. I feel like I'm just getting a lot from this game's voice acting. However, that may be more due to the fact that I just grow to appreciate voice acting more and more and more as a general art form. Just like pretty much every other part of a video game, which there are a lot of moving parts, which makes them impressive to me to begin with. But anyway, you're Mr. Richie Chieda, I presume.
Indeed I am.
An investor and founder of the Chieda Foundation. You're also the chief director of Iowan, and a major shareholder of Horodori Institute of Genetics, is that right?
And all of that has kept me quite busy. So, you already know all that about me. What more do you want me to say?
This guy's a piece of work.
I'm getting some Sejima vibes from this guy. As in, big, important, serious man who is really suspiciously not up for the police's shit. So, yeah, that rings a few alarm bells for me. Probably because he doesn't want us to dig up his dirty laundry. And we already have had hints that there might be some. So I'm thinking, again, this is a So-esque situation. Where this guy is hiding some shit. You know about the case?
Of course I know about it.
I'm pretty sure that this voice actor is the same one that voiced Shido in Persona 5. And Shido in Persona 5 literally at one point said, "The police are my bitches." And he was able to completely falsely accuse someone in order to cover up his own crime. So he was not wrong about that until the Phantom Thieves fixed that. So, yeah.
One of the victims was from the research institute I invest in. I suffered heavy losses because of it. It was quite the aggravating incident.
Yeah, this is definitely the same voice actor. He does... Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. If, like, the localization team was aware of Persona 5, which, like, why the fuck would you not be, right? I bet they do study other games and what voice actors are in it. In order to, like, maybe figure out the pool of voice actors they might want to at least try to get, for at least auditions, right? I would imagine, maybe? Who knows? Or maybe, does the voice actors audition by the... I'm not quite sure how all that works. But, penises are vaginas. Did I say that? Yes, that doesn't make sense. I have this feeling that, you know, localization teams might study other games for what voice actors they might want to at least try to maybe contact for possibly doing the job. Maybe. Who knows? I'm not quite sure how that industry works. Considering this localization team is very likely aware of like most people that are into video games at all, because Persona 5 exploded so much. But considering that these people are probably very aware of Shido, because of the fact that anyone who is into video games very much, which a localization team certainly would be aware of P5, right? Like da-di-da-da-da-da. So it would make sense if they literally contacted this voice actor for this role because they realized he was probably kind of similar to Shido. Because I'm definitely getting some "I'm too important for you" vibes, which is like most of Shido's entire thing. But yeah.
As a citizen, I would like the police to resolve this problem as quickly as possible, before they waste any more of our taxes, that is.
Ugh. How about you go fuck yourself? And I'm just trying to do my job here, dickhead. So yeah, about Tokiko, because she is the sussest person that I'm also the most intrigued to learn anything conclusive about right now. At all. A very mysterious lady who I wish I knew shit about.
Who's that?
Even though we've already spent so much time with her in this game.
The president of NICE Japan.
NICE? I'm not familiar. I've never even heard of it.
Well, either he's really good at lying or he wasn't, so who knows. He may or may not have. I think you're more liable to assume, especially because we can do wink sinks now, if we even think he's slightly suspicious, so I have a feeling he probably didn't lie there, so that's interesting. How about Jin Furaway?
Jin Furaway. You mean the first victim? Of course I know of him. In fact, anyone involved in finance couldn't avoid knowing him.
Were you close with him at all?
Not particularly.
I checked. He and Jin had practically no contact with each other.
So yeah, about Chikara, that is very interesting.
Well, he is the director of the research institute I'm funding. Or maybe I should say was. Either way, that was the extent of our relationship.
He was quite, well, an eccentric individual.
And I only invested in his work. I don't care what his personality was like. It doesn't concern me as long as it doesn't affect his job.
Was there any work-related trouble?
Not at all. You seem to be searching for a motive for me to kill Chikara. However, I gain nothing from his death. I have suffered nothing but losses because of this incident. In other words, I am a victim as well. And you suspect me of all people. The police in this country continue to prove their own uselessness.
Seriously, what is up with this guy? If only he didn't have so much authority, we could pin something on him and book him.
Well, hold on now.
Interesting that there's more Chikara stuff, but it makes sense considering he's the one that has any connection to this guy.
I understand you are the majority shareholder of Horodori Institute. As the de facto owner of the Research Institute, I'm sure you must know of its origins and insider information.
What are you trying to say?
I explained the information about Chikara that Tama had obtained. About the dubious research that he had been conducting. About the rumors of human experiments and that his research facility was forced to shut down 9 years ago. Along with the fact that Chikara disappeared in order to avoid being investigated. And that the current research institute was built after the heat from that incident had settled down.
Did you know all of this?
I did.
You provided the capital required to rebuild the Research Institute, did you not?
Yes.
Why did you decide to fund it?
The gene therapy research that was being led by Chikara. That research had a great deal of value and potential. Even with all the advancements in this day and age, there are many people who are still suffering from incurable diseases. Not to mention all of the children who can't live a normal life due to the illnesses they were born with.
This guy's interesting because he seems like a stuck-up piece of shit, like a lot of these rich people would be. However, he runs this place on top of everything else, and it's an orphanage. You would hope that that is a humanitarian effort, right? And then the way he said that sounded so sincere that this guy might not at least be as bad as so, but he definitely has some assholeness about him, especially about police. But I just fucking realized, you know why he might not like police? Because he obviously seemed to have a falling out with Boss. If we continue assuming, which I obviously will, that Kizuna is her daughter, and we know she's his. They probably dated at least, and he ended up getting her pregnant, and they obviously had a falling out at some point. So I think he has a grudge against police because he has a grudge against her. That makes sense. And seeing all that, I think that this guy, he might have done some bad shit, but he might not be a bad person. And also, that's a subjective thing anyway. And judging people so black and whitely is just not helpful for anything other than stroking egos, which ultimately doesn't even help ourselves. It's funny how little people seem to realize that and change their ways.
I have seen the suffering of so many people, precious to me.
I don't think he's lying about that. I feel like there's some sort of motive here. But I guess I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he has a lot of emotional baggage that led him to do shiznit. If he did shiznit.
Chikara's research had the potential to help all of those people. It brought hope to humanity itself. It's certainly true that his personality and past weren't without issues, and I won't deny that the research faced criticism due to its radical nature. Still, if it can help alleviate the suffering of so many people, I wanted to put my support behind it. In other words, I invested in the future that research institute could bring us.
Tama, is there anyone in Mr. Chieda's family that has an incurable disease?
No, and of course, he doesn't have one himself either. His only daughter is completely healthy, and his wife, Kizuna's mother, passed away long ago.
Big in me. So this might literally just be a front, but the sincerity that this is voice acted with. Man. Do you have an alibi?
What were you doing 2 days ago? February 11th, around 8 p.m., and on February 9th, at 6 a.m.
What is that supposed to be? Confirming my alibi?
Yes, well, it's only a formality.
I see the police have no problem wasting people's time.
I see you have no problem being a piece of fuck.
Well, fine. 2 days ago, I was having dinner with the Federation of Economic Organizations in Ginza. I was on a business trip on the 9th, and I stayed at a hotel in Kyoto.
Tama?
I just checked. He's telling the truth. He was spotted on surveillance cameras in each location.
Yeah, I would say the AI is going to be really, really helpful if it gets to Tama's level, but doesn't get much beyond that.
What is it?
Maybe not in the sense of being able to communicate directly with people, but in the sense of being able to retrieve information like that just instantly. That's what we need AI for. We need it to not go beyond that much. Hopefully. Because then we get situations like fucking System Shock in real life. We do not want that.
No, it's just... Is this your first time here?
Kizzy's invited me a bunch of times before.
Big Sis is very popular among the children, and she is great at keeping them entertained.
I'm not as good as you, Kizzy.
I see. Feel free to come back anytime. Any friend of Kizuna is welcome here.
Ryuki, I just looked into IOM. I came across some interesting information. 23 years ago, a child in their care went missing.
What?
The child was 6 at the time. His name was Uru Somazuki. It was reported extensively, but he still hasn't been found.
That's really... I bet we're gonna find him in some capacity. Cause why would this come up if not? Or at least hear about him? He's not gonna say anything. I'm starting to realize when Wink Sync is an option, it means we're not getting anything else out of him.
Mr. Chieda, there's one more thing I'd like to ask.
What is it?
It's about Uru Somazuki. You remember him, don't you?
Yes. I will never forget. The Iowan missing child. That's what the media called it back then. Was it a kidnapping or an accident? The case was never solved. And the child is still missing to this day. What a painful memory. It makes my heart ache.
I wonder how much of this might be a front, but if it's all a front, then I do kind of wonder if that's why I feel like there's been much less of the, even when they're lying, I feel like the people have been lying quite a bit. Although I don't think we've caught a lot of lies yet, but I've just realized Wink Sync is kind of a replacement for, in the first game, when Aiba would use her thermal stuff to detect lies. I feel like that's why we haven't been using that a lot here. I feel like it was much more of a thing in the first game, but it's definitely been a thing in this one too. God, this is an extensive... I feel like it's an intro. And I was expecting much more swapping back and forth, because that is how the game started. But it's been wholly Ryuki Batman for the whole beginning of the game. I think we're getting more into, like, at least a third through it territory, or maybe a fourth more like. But god, there's just so much content in this early part. I imagine the game's gonna be like half and half. At least it better be, in my mind, because Mizuki is Mizuki. We'll see. Especially because 2 halves of a whole... Like, that continues to be, like, the most beaten into your head theme in this game. So many people reference not being whole because of something missing, like Ryuki mentioning his brother as his other half, and then Kizuna's song about not having a lover, meaning she is only half of a person, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. There's just something about halves in this game, and then obviously, you know, the half bodies. It's very interesting. I love theming for some reason. The more I play these kind of games, the more I love it. Everything is very heavily themed, and I like it, I do. Even though it tends to be really beaten in your head, like, okay, we get it, game. But, like, I don't feel that as much as, oh, cool, there's another reference to the theme. I don't know, I find it interesting. And then Ryuki's whole half-might thing. And then Shoma mentioning that, like, being one is lonely enough, but then there's only half. But the thing is that being alone does not equal being lonely. Because I'm an introvert, so I would know the fuck out of that shit. And also, like, you can tell Shoma's just depressed as fuck. And I want to hug him. But I have a feeling he did some bad shit. I have a feeling that he also lied about the research institute, but why? In fact, no, we pretty much have confirmed that. That's getting into a character that we have not seen yet this episode, but we're probably going to.
No matter how much wealth you have, There is a limit to the people you can save.
Hugs, man.
How powerless I am. Perhaps it's necessary to be accepting of help wherever you can get it.
Ask about the missing child case.
As the chairman, I take full responsibility. But wouldn't you agree that the police should take most of the blame?
Wait a minute. Did they separate because of this incident? Because she's part of the police? That would make sense. Yeah, more and more seems to tie these two together. Now, granted, he has brown hair too, but yeah.
After mobilizing so many investigators, they weren't able to find a single clue.
What do you think, Tama?
He has some personality issues, but
Yeah.
he doesn't seem like an evil monster.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe too, man. It's interesting.
It doesn't seem like he's lying either.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that.
Though, it is concerning that so many mysterious incidents have been happening around him.
Yeah. But I have a feeling it's to do with someone in his midst somehow. And I think who you're supposed to think Terror is right now, at least, is that masked girl. But I'm trying to not solidify my idea of who the killer is anymore until it just ends up being revealed at some point. Because Uchikoshi really loves throwing you every single red herring.
Are we done here? We've wasted enough time, I think. I'll be going now.
Oh.
Father!
Oh god. Lien, please. He's literally already calling him Dad, and Kizuna doesn't even like him. I literally have my eyes closed and I'm face palming. God, this man is the cringiest motherfucker. I feel bad for him, too. Because he's like so cool, but he's so fucking weird. And this is really not a good look, my dude. I can't fucking look. This is so embarrassing that I'm just gonna click through this until I have to select a dialogue.
Please! Let me marry your daughter!
I thought that was where this was going, but that's not gonna happen. This is one of those dumb bits where you're gonna desperately chase after a woman all game and she's gonna continue hating you for it. And I just really wish this was not a common trope. Yeah, that's a fitting response. I honestly want to turn my fucking headphones off, but I won't in order to know when to open my fucking eyes because this is so embarrassing. Everyone's just like, what? This is not how you get the girl, me dude.
I swear I'll give her a good life!
What the shit?
I swear it to the heavens!
Why is this a thing, Uchikoshi? Why is his music so cool when he's the most awkward, uncool person in every way except for his appearance? She's not an iota interested in you. You weirded her out too much from the beginning.
So please, please, give me permission to marry your daughter!
Kizuna, I'll be coming home late again tonight.
Literally just ignoring him. Yeah, I mean, what else would you do?
Yes.
Wait! Please!
Kizuna, who is this?
A stranger.
Oh, wait! We met at Matsushina Diner 2 days ago!
You're that unemployed guy, Lien, right?
I'm gonna go tomorrow.
That's a no.
In other words, you're a leech on society.
I've never sucked anyone's blood.
I don't think he was being literal.
No job, no education, no manners.
This is why I dislike people like this, because I don't have a job either, but it's because I'm mentally unfit for most jobs. I'm just too overwhelmable. That's a word now, because I decided it is. Anyway.
Not to mention, you're drinking in the middle of the day.
It's non-alcoholic, but he's not gonna agree with that. I feel bad for him, but Jesus, dude, you kinda had this coming.
Oh, but this is non-alcoholic.
I really want to turn my fucking sound off. This is just the cringiest thing. It's because she's not afraid to be an absolute cringe lord at times, just for humor value. I feel like it's a pretty Japanese game thing too, though. Anyway.
And you dare call me father? To put it frankly, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole.
How rude! And I am not a pole vaulter!
In any case, stay away from my daughter. Though it's not like she would give you the time of day anyway.
Large oof.
Wait!
Aww. Kizzy's dad must be really busy.
I don't think that was the issue.
Looks like he's feeling down, but his core remains undamaged.
What do you mean his core? We meet again, doofus. I don't know why I like this man. I feel like you're supposed to dislike him. But I'm also an awkward, cringy doofus, so maybe that's why I don't. Anyway.
Oh, it's you again. You seem to show up wherever I go. Maybe we're connected somehow.
Maybe we should be gay.
Not that I want to be connected with the
damn it. I guess you're not gay, but I'm half gay. Oh my god, half. Holy shit. I belong in this video game. I didn't know this until now. Anyway. But that's what I've called myself for a long time, because I'm bi. I like calling myself half gay. I don't know why. It's funny to me, because it's technically true. Except if you think about it, I'm more like 75% straight, I would say. Because I certainly think about women a lot more than I think about men, but I'm still bi. Like, for example, I think about Leon Kennedy's ass far too much. I really want to play RE4 Remake for some reason again. For many reasons. It's fucking crack cocaine, but anyway. Okay, I need to, like, take a break from this guy for a moment. Alright, Mizuki, roast him for me. Get out of the way. I'm gonna feel a little bad about what she says, I think, but maybe I won't. I will probably feel like he deserves it. We'll see.
That guy from Matsushita Diner is kind of a weirdo, isn't he?
Kind of? Usually you're a lot harsher than that.
He doesn't seem like a bad person, but...
Yeah, I think that's another thing. But he's... yeah...
I've been here before, but this was my first time meeting Mr. Chieda. Though...
Oh, so she just talked about him like he isn't even right there. That guy from Matsushita Diner. It's pretty clear what you think about him, what you think about him.
He has been following me around since we met at Matsushita Diner 2 days ago.
This poor
Great,
girl.
a stalker.
Considering how persistent he is, I may have to deal with him as a cop.
Oh, actually, he was so persistent that I allowed him to consider us friends for the time being.
Seems like this girl's problematic in her own way.
That is how my father always is. Mr. Ryuki, is my father related to the case somehow?
It's still hard to say.
I see.
As you know, I met Kizzy 2 days ago at Matsushita Diner. When I saw her, it was love at first sight. I tried to get her attention. When Kizzy left the diner, I followed her. When she boarded a train, I spent all my money to get on the same one. When she went in the girls' bathroom,
What the fuck?
I followed her.
Ryuki, cuff it.
But decided not to go inside. Even though she kept ignoring me, I never gave up trying to talk to her. And finally, in Yoyagi Park, she acknowledged me. Kizzy finally decided to accept my love.
Not quite and never likely.
I told him it was acceptable to be strictly friends.
So, you gave in.
You set a bad precedent there.
However, I believe you promised you would be more serious about your job search. I do not associate with those who do not work, let alone be friends with them.
Well, fuck. I don't like this. I mean, it makes a lot of sense for her to be like this because, well, she's his daughter? But I hate that attitude because a lot of people that don't work have a lot of mental reasons for it. Although a lot of people say that about me, at least seem to think that about me. They don't fucking acknowledge my struggles after I try to explain them. Even pretty close people to me seem to think that I'm just being too dramatic when I just feel that deeply, but anyway.
Yeah, but I was here yesterday, so...
It was indeed helpful of you to play with the children. However, that does not conclude your promise to me.
I'm sorry. I feel like we're destined to be together, Kizzy. I want to stay by your side.
God, dude.
My name.
My God.
Lien is spelled L-I-E-N in French. Lien means bond, just like Kizuna means bond in Japanese. Well, how about it? That's destiny, right?
Sounds like a bit of a stretch.
I agree.
autism, but I feel equally bad for both of them. It's just a weird thing, man. As a guy who's definitely been awkward to women before without... I don't mean to, I don't want to be creepy, but it's... I have autism, we come off that way, unfortunately, sometimes, especially when we like someone. I've definitely heard of stories of that, and I've definitely been that, so that's a lot of why I relate to this guy.
Ah, you were at Matsushita Diner too, weren't you?
Yeah? Why?
Wait, what's this called again? Rendezvous?
What?
No, that's not it.
What the hell is this guy talking about?
I have no idea.
That's scared in a nutshell.
I almost have it. It's right at the back of my uvula.
Can I chokeslam him?
Yeah. I love how it's always wrestling moves. I love this girl. How about Mr. Chiega?
I totally crashed and burned today. All because this thing caused a misunderstanding.
All because? No. No. Did you not hear everything else he said, dude? What the fuck? This poor, completely ignorant man.
That wasn't the issue.
And as someone who also... A lot of people seem to think I'm extreme... So, most of the close people in my life treat me like I'm the most ignorant person that's ever existed, so... I feel him for that reason, too. Like, the way people talk to me about my struggles. And I am glad to have friends to talk about my stuff with, but most of the time... Maybe it's just... They don't really have empathy for my situation because they can't really understand it. I think that is exactly what's up, but basically I have a close friend who I trust a lot, but a lot of his advice about my situation just comes from a mind and emotional, I guess, climate that is very different from mine, so it doesn't apply to me. He keeps thinking I can just do a lot more than I can. Anyway.
Meeting the parents is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I wanted to calm my nerves a bit, but I'm definitely gonna get his approval next time we meet.
That's some real positive thinking.
Huh, damn right. If you aren't in it to win it, you've already lost.
Maybe you could learn something from him, Ryuki.
Don't even suggest it.
But I was basically told that I'm useless just 3 days ago. Can't say it doesn't sting after hearing it so many times.
Yeah, that, again, I also at least feel like a lot of people tell me I'm useless, and I think... Yeah, my mom's definitely done that, but mostly because she was in a bipolar episode. But still... This happened 3 days ago.
Remember how I said I got fired from my cleaning job? The place I worked was Horadori Institute.
What?
I actually used to be a thief. I was so good at lockpicking, they called me the master of unlocking. I used my skills to borrow valuables. Many times. I've gone clean, of course. I got arrested, did my time, and I haven't stolen anything since. I was so stupid back then. And I honestly regret it from the bottom of my heart. But Chikara Horadori, the director, found out about my criminal record, and he fired me. He told me, a person who falls to those depths can never rise again.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience, my dude. We'll see.
Damn it. It's just not fair.
And I really think that should not be how that works. Especially because the amount of inspiring people that have gone to prison and come back and done a lot of good. First of all, that ain't true. Second of all, thinking like that is just not helpful for society or anything. And I think we all need to be thinking about society in some way, or trying to do something positive, or at least trying, is just to not be a negative influence as much as possible, but we'll often be that without trying anyway, but just trying to limit it as much as you can, you know? And I don't know about often, but I feel like I've often done that, and I'm trying to limit it.
I've been working hard since I got out of jail. That's why I was like that back at the diner, by the way. To be honest, I was debating whether I should just kill myself.
Oh, Jesus.
That's when an angel appeared before me.
Me?
That's right, Kizzy. You, I felt saved. I wanted to give it my all and live again. You saved my life.
Lien, please tell me one thing.
Anything!
You have not stolen a single thing since you were released?
Yeah. Of course I haven't.
So you haven't used your lockpicking skills either?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, hold on. Don't tell me you broke into someone's house.
No, that's not wrong, but it's wrong. It's true that I opened a lock and broke in somewhere, but I wasn't committing a crime. The thing is, last night...
Last night?
You broke into a house?
No, not a house. I guess I have to say it. I broke in to Horodori Institute.
What?
Oh, but like I said, it wasn't a crime. It was for an investigation. I was helping the police.
The police.
Strange. I didn't hear anything about that.
Maybe it was unrelated to the HB case.
The goal was to get inside the hidden room inside Horodori Institute.
Did Boss put him up to this? Or did someone posing as the police do that?
But in the end, we didn't find anything, so I didn't take anything either. Please believe me.
Wait. Who asked you to do this investigation?
I can't tell you that. It's supposed to be a secret.
Secret? You just told us the whole thing.
Anyway, I just want you to know I didn't do anything illegal. At all!
Very well. I will trust you, Lien.
Ah, thank you! You really are an angel, Kizzy!
I kind of am rooting for him, but he's not gonna get anywhere.
Oh, crap. I forgot to mention something important.
I would honestly love if he did get her by the end of the game, but I don't think he deserves to. He needs to learn his lesson with her and move on to a girl that he doesn't start this way with. Either that, or just really turn around throughout the game and then she accepts him. And then she might actually like him, especially like if he saves her or something. I actually think that'd be really fucking cool. I'm kind of shipping them now, as much as you're probably supposed to not.
I should have said this earlier, Kizzy. The order was supposed to be the other way around, but here it goes.
My god,
Kizzy,
dude.
please marry me.
Why? I literally I'm done right now. I'm turning the sound off, but I'm gonna read it, because that's less cringy. Y'all are still gonna get the sound, but I'm very done, so I just turned my headset all the way.
Wait a minute.
I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday. That's my dream.
Not an engagement ring, but an engagement shoe.
I bought them using my entire life savings.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, the best way to attract a wife who is this absolutely level-headed is to be reckless with your money. Yeah, no. This poor man.
Please, accept.
I cannot accept. We would need to have a relationship for—
What?
Kizzy.
You mean...
No, that is— I meant that we would need to spend—
How long? How long? Hey!
Well— 5 years. If after 6 years you still feel the same, then—
It's always 6 fucking
Okay,
years.
then I'll take good care of this for 6 years.
What? What if you lose him?
Hey, I have a good idea.
Oh?
Okay, I'm turning it up now. The cringe is... I don't know about... Probably not over until he leaves, but...
There.
He's burying them. Interesting.
I put the glass slippers in there. And the letters. I wrote out how I feel now in one of the letters. And in the other...
I have written how I currently feel in that letter.
This is actually really cute. What is this?
This is a time capsule. We'll bury it here, then dig it out 6 years from now. If you still feel the same way as what's written in the letters in 6 years.
Yeah, then you'll accept the shoes.
Yes, then— perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, that is kinda romantic.
I didn't know you had this sort of side to you, Ryuki.
Teary-eyed portrait is really cute. I think I've seen that.
Okay, I'm burying it now.
I'm glad that we have this wholesome little... It's mostly comedy and not comedy that I'm not fond of, but this is actually cute. I think it's mostly because Kizuna is too fucking nice, but it's really fucking cute. But at the same... It's because she's such a hopeless romantic. And she did say that. And he did give her the slippers. So, I guess that's what it is. But yeah, that's cute anyway. I kind of ship him, dude. I really do.
I can't wait. 6 years.
Yeah, my God.
6 years is a pretty long time. You sure you're still gonna feel the same way?
Of course, my love is eternally undying.
Then she just ran. Yeah, I believe. I don't blame her. What's she doing?
Huh? Kizuna, what's wrong?
Oh, that again.
Oh no. What's going on?
What?
You know how dogs pee when they get excited? It's kind of like that.
I don't get it.
Just watch.
Let us begin.
She's gonna dance because this might be her Prince Charming, and she's accepted that even though she doesn't really like him right now.
Start the music.
Okay, yeah, it's the same one. The series just becomes progressively more musical. AI3 is just gonna be entirely musical. That's cute. Yeah, it's the same song. It's cute.
The crowd squeezes out my frustration, and now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom.
This is probably a
Now I
very
hear my
common
friend
high
got
school
herself
girl
a
general
boyfriend.
experience.
They're going out for
I would
barbecue
imagine.
on the weekend. I see all of their smiles in their pics online. Wait, why is that making me cry? Oh, my Prince Charming, where can I find you? How do I remind you of the dream we share? But dreams are just for dreamers, lonely hearts and schemers. I've got to break the chains of fate on my own. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Lonely girls across the world, let's wake up and fight. Worlds apart with beating hearts, unite the light through the night. The boys want to reach us, they'll have to keep up. Without you, I am lonely. I need to be home.
It's cute, and I like the way he's smiling a lot. It's a feeling. Okay, this was cute though. I like this. This is honestly very slice of lifey, more than I feel like the first game felt like. I feel like that's got to symbolize something. Leaf falling from the tree. I feel like that's probably going to symbolize something sad, but maybe not. We'll see.
I thought so 2 days ago, too.
This game's gonna be emotionally fucked up, because it's Uchikoshi, but we'll see. There's always wholesome shit, too, that's like here and there, so we'll see.
You really are good at dancing, Kizuna.
Ah, cute.
Thank you.
Ah.
Yeah, that was seriously amazing.
Very wholesome.
Well, I need to get going now.
Yeah, see you later.
Have a nice day.
Good luck with the investigation.
That was actually very cute. This little changes pace. I guess I can't really talk to... Yeah. Let's make sure there's not funny dialogue here. Again, just down the list we go. I'm really curious as to why Mom was wearing that, or if she'll even say anything about it. But, Foist. Anyone here? Yeah, okay. They're both here. Okay, we haven't seen
Mr.
him
Yuki.
there yet. Is that where he went when he left? No, because we didn't see him there.
What are you doing here? Here to see me on stage, perhaps? Sorry, but I won't be performing today.
He isn't.
Aww. I love how she likes him, and he's objectively a bad comedian. That's funny to me.
Actually, I'm here to talk to Shoma.
To Shoma?
Interesting. Because like the Ferris wheel is the only other part of the set.
Why am I on a Ferris wheel with you?
Yeah, I was actually kind of wondering why they did this instead of just went to a bench or something.
Aren't you having fun?
I would be if you weren't here.
Ryuki, Shoma is actually responding to the conversation this time. This is proof that the chastity belt of his heart is loose. If you shove yourself in there, he just might open up.
That is so fucking gay sounding. I love it. I fucking love Toma. God, I need to hear Nico be run with these horny jokes. Because that's basically what he does. I'm very excited to watch more of his Let's Play.
Could you please not phrase it like that?
I mean, the thing is, if I was in that situation, especially because Shoma is an elementary schooler, I just thought about that. You shouldn't say that about an elementary schooler. or anyone under 18. But I still just love how horny Tama is, goddammit. It just, yeah, I will never not love that. It's like Uchikoshi somehow saw into my brain, then copied said brain into an AI woman, and then there you go. Not quite. Don't quite have a lot of her mannerisms and kinks and such, but like, I feel like she actually has like basically every kink. But anyway, I'm not gonna start with that. I don't think that's smart. I think that would really not make him want to continue talking to me. So I'm gonna start with this, because first of all, I do think it's impressive. Secondly, I feel like Ryuki would. Thirdly, this is definitely the thing that got him to open up.
That robot you showed me the other day was really cool. If you're that skilled, I'm sure you've gotten offers from lots of companies.
Not really. I'm nothing special. I'm just really into robots.
But even an amateur can tell that robot was filled with impressive technology, and the one-wheel design is beautiful.
Well, I knew it had to run on one wheel for sure. It was really hard getting the self-stabilization feature working with the one-wheel design. Like, major electronics companies make one-wheel robots to show off their advanced tech.
I love this shit, man. I love when you get someone talking about stuff that they love, and then they just turn into this passionate person that's buried under everything else that they feel like they have to be for other people. Especially in this kid's case, my dude. I don't know about for other people, but this literally turns him from depressed as fuck to excited, and it's just a beautiful change to witness in a person. Passion is fucking healing, my dude. Definitely, my love for games is kind of what's kept me from going down dark paths, I would say. Frankly, there's some other things, but and also some great people I'm very happy to have in my life and very grateful for, but man, my love of games has really been a lot of what has kept me wanting to continue to not just freaking curl up in a ball for my whole life, but anyway.
Also, what's really great about my robot is its load capacity. It doesn't look like it, but it can easily carry up to 45 pounds. And I want to upgrade it more so it can carry double that.
I see.
I know you don't really care.
Looks like it won't go the way it did last time.
Hugs.
I guess flattery won't get us anywhere.
That was cute then. I'll ask that last. He doesn't like to talk about Komeiji, but I still feel like it needs to be breached.
I don't want to talk about my dad.
I didn't think
I
so.
told you before. I don't even want to think about him.
Yeah. Why is that still an option?
Will you cut it out already? I don't want to talk about my dad.
Jesus. Okay, I'm not gonna go any farther with that. I think it's just a joke. So.
I told you before. She's just a classmate. We're not friends, and I don't know much about her. Supposedly, she's attending school from her house near the harbor, but I guess her permanent address is in our school district or something. That's why she goes to the same school as me.
Interesting.
So you do know a lot about her.
No! That doesn't mean anything!
This cute tsundere-ass motherfucker. I ship them. I hope that him and Mizuki could at least be a hinted at thing in the future. But considering he already seems involved in some shady shit as a kid, we'll see.
Not like I'm even slightly interested in that Uggo.
Listen, I love tsunderes, so I can read tsundere fluently at this point. You like her. That's really cute.
Well,
He really is a kid, huh?
Yeah, that's true. There's also this general thing where young boys will be like that about girls, which I don't know if I was ever like this, but a lot of guys were. I won't go down that rabbit hole anymore. Why'd you lie?
What lie?
You said the hidden message in Bats 490 pointed to Horodori Institute, but that's not true, is it? Can you tell me why you lied and where the actual location is?
Truth is, I never decoded it.
What?
I wanted everyone to think that I did. I wanted the attention, so I lied.
Okay. He seems smart enough that he could have done it, but his interest is in robotics, not hacking or anything like that.
Are we done now? Don't talk to me anymore.
That got a reaction. He's probably lying right now.
That is really interesting, because I believed that. Yeah, I feel like it's something more, like, it's related to whatever he said about the other video. I think Bats 490's actual location leads to that. Whatever that other video means. And I think that it's a disturbing thing to him.
His chastity belt wasn't loose after all.
Stop saying it like that.
If you're going to say it that way, you at least have to add the of his heart part. Anyway, I guess I'll have to talk about something else to get him to loosen up.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything that would do that, so I have to make him mad, I guess. Rip.
I already told you! I hate him! Happy now? I hate him so much. I didn't even want to say it out loud.
But you were with him earlier.
I was here alone at first, then Dad came. He wanted to make up.
Make up?
Dad and I are fighting. I ran away from home yesterday.
You ran away from home?
My friends made fun of me.
How is that related to your dad?
It makes sense.
Because it's my dad's fault for being so pathetic.
Yeah, because he's a failed
Pull yourself
comedian.
together. Show me how cool you can be on TV. That's what I said to my dad. Then
I bring smiles to the audience. If I can do that, I don't care if I get mocked. That's what it means to be an entertainer.
when he said that, I blurted out, "That's why Mom got sick of you and left."
Oof, man, oof.
Dad turned bright red, and
Then why don't you just leave too?
that's why I left the house.
Hugs, man.
Do you think I could like someone like him? A stupid old comedian who gets clowned on all the time. He barely ever goes on TV either. And when he does, it's always some ridiculous thing like getting piping hot Odin shoved into his mouth. The day after he goes on air, I always get made fun of by my friends. I hate it. I'm sick and tired of it.
Huggies. But, okay, what? He says he has friends, but then the other day, he said something about he doesn't want to go to school because he's completely alone. Maybe he doesn't really feel like he really connects with his friends? Are you sure you don't actually like your dad?
I told you, I hate him. Everything about him. I hate how much he drinks and how he acts so cocky and stubborn when he's drunk. He talks about all these big dreams that he can never achieve. When he sobers up, he remembers what he did when he was drunk and squirms under the blankets. Isn't that sad? It makes me hate him even more. The way his nose hair is always sticking out, the way he wipes his face with sanitary napkins, his stupid, awful singing in the bathtub. Everything about him is creepy, awful, and pathetic. I hate him!
For hating someone so much, he sure pays him a lot of attention.
They say there's a fine line between love and hate.
Yeah, which is exactly the whole bit about Mizuki. So this is, yeah, he's just a kid who's dealing with things. And it makes sense.
It's no good. Shoma won't open up no matter what I bring up.
Looks like we won't get through with the orthodox method.
That means...
We'll have to try our luck with his father.
Oh boy. I don't know why, but I love this Ferris wheeling with all of them.
Boy, I'm glad you invited me on the Ferris wheel too. Thank you.
Our objective is still to unlock Shoma's chastity belt.
You're still going on with that?
Of course she is, it's the bit. And it's horny.
It would be tough to question Komeiji about tricky subjects if Shoma was nearby. That's why you invited him here, right?
Yeah, but...
Now that I think about it, we rode this Ferris wheel together 2 days ago. Well, Mr. Ryuki, it seems like your investigation is going around in circles.
Yeah. Cue Tama bursting out laughing, right? She's cute.
So, what is it you wanted to talk about? If it's about the case, there isn't much else to say.
Why are you wearing a stage outfit when you're not performing today?
This is the only outfit I have right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's extremely bored because he doesn't do much with his life or try to find other work, seems like. So, I feel him, honestly. He obviously has a passion for comedy, but I also feel like he's using it to run from life somehow. Although, fuck, you could maybe say the same thing about me, but I just can't see myself being motivated enough to do anything else other than the things that I'm trying to do, which isn't just YouTube and Twitch, but that's a big part of it. And also the things that I may be interested in the future for work and that I'm slowly conceptualizing right now. I just feel like I need to be creative and lean into my passions, and that's how I'm gonna make a living. Because I just can't work just because I need money. My brain doesn't work that way. I think part of it is because of the fact that I've never had to worry about money, because my dad's always been well off enough and supported me, so... But also, it's just the way my brain is wired. Man, there's one job that I had that I surprisingly really liked, so I would probably be okay at a job, but I wouldn't be great. I'd be great if I was making money off of this or other things that I love doing, so I'm working on it.
I actually have another set of personal clothes, but I ruined those 2 days ago. But this bow tie...
Huh. How did he ruin them? I feel like that might be important somehow.
I'll be fine as long as I have this.
Huh. Huh. What's his attachment to that?
Isn't it nice?
Shoma bought it for you, didn't he?
That's right.
Oh, this is really sad, because Shoma acts like he hates him. But I mean, okay, he's just tsundere as fuck. But he has a lot of reasons to be mad at his dad. Like, as he's said very plainly. So he obviously cares because of that. Also, I like blue a lot, so I like that bow tie.
Even if I only have one set of clothes, I can wear this or take it off depending on how I'm feeling, and wow.
The way he said wow there.
It's as if I changed into a completely different outfit.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oops, it would be terrible if I lost it, so I'd better put it back on.
Why is the camera there every time he does that?
This tie? Shoma chose it for me, so I could really shine on stage.
Okay, so here's the reason why I think they did that, as weird as that is. I think they just didn't really have a good animation for that, and they didn't want to have it look weird. Because, yeah, the motion of putting that on is probably a little too complex for at least the animation that they maybe have the budget for, or who knows. And it's been clear that there's been some character animation weirdness that just is in this series. Animations are kind of stiff. And I would say that's not so true anymore. But there's still, like, facial animation oddness. Just some facial expressions that do not look right. But I think a lot of them are just trying to be anime-style exaggerated as fuck. But on a 3D model, a lot of those don't really work as well to my eye.
When I wear it, it feels like Shoma is cheering me on. It gives me strength. It's my most precious treasure.
That's really cute. God, the way they talk about each other is the fucking polar opposite.
So, when are you jumping off?
Toma, what the fuck?
I am not jumping off.
It was obviously a joke, but Tama being concerned about Ryuki suddenly committing suicide doesn't seem that far-fetched, unfortunately, if she was actually worried about that. Because this man is nuts. We're aware of how honestly insane Ryuki is. Hugs. Seems like he loves talking about himself, so let's start with that.
I used to be a real big shot back when I was known as the Quiz King, remember? But I let it get to my head, and as soon as I became a comedian, things flipped completely. There was no hope for me to move up in the world. My wife got sick of me and left. I've been raising my boy alone ever since, and yet... Not at all. I'm proud of being a comedian. At the same time, I'm not proud of my lack of success. I put Shoma through so much hardship. It's inexcusable.
But not inexcusable enough for you to find other work? But again, I can't really talk about that. It's just I don't have a child to take care of. But I also understand how it feels to be very committed to trying to do one thing, even if you haven't been successful at it for a while. About Shoma's lie edit. I feel bad asking about this, but it's pretty important. With some careful consideration, I told Mr. Komeiji that it's highly likely Shoma lied about the message hidden in Beth's front ID.
Shoma lied?
Yes.
I see. I don't know much about that hidden message thing, but Shoma is a good boy. He wouldn't lie for no reason. I know that's not that convincing coming from his father, but he must have had a reason to lie. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't really talk to him right now myself. I'm sure you're aware, but I got in an argument with Shoma yesterday.
What is that?
Shoma made it for me when he was little, but yesterday
he didn't
picked it
mention
up
that
and
part.
threw it away.
But that might have been why he got so mad, actually.
It was really important to me. I want to make up, but he...
It must be difficult considering how things are now.
Yeah.
It's all my fault. The argument only happened in the first place because of my lack of success.
Is it just time passing? What happened? I thought it was going to transition to another scene. It didn't.
Mr. Ryuki, there is something I'd like to talk to you about.
Huh.
What is it?
No, never mind. Please forget it.
What was that about?
It sounded like you wanted to tell me something important.
Hey, Ryuki, why don't you try wink syncing with him?
Yeah, I'll try taking a peek.
Take a peek inside your brain! Real quick. In a very anime fashion, because there's no other way you can do anything in a game like this.
Hey, asshole! I know you're in there!
Yeah, the Yakuza ties that are very important, that we've heard about before. I have a feeling they have something to do with some criminal activity that might relate to these murders in some way, or someone related to them.
Deadline on the payment passed a long time ago. Cough it up, you bastard!
At the end of the day, these two, him and his son, must have something to do with what's going on, because they have been very central characters.
It's the loan sharks again. A different set of guys came by yesterday and the day before that.
Big hugs, my dude.
I've been borrowing from so many different places, I don't know who's who anymore.
Okay, Jesus. So not only is he not making enough money, he's like making zero and borrowing in order to get by, instead of trying to look for other work. But again, I sort of get him.
Anyway, what am I supposed to do? I can't talk to the police about it.
So, he's borrowed money from a lot of people.
He must have been in real trouble if he even got involved with loan sharks.
But why can't he talk to the police about it?
Well, I've seen a lot of crime dramas and stuff where they're like, if you talk to police, we'll fucking kill you. And they usually mean that, unfortunately. So that's what I'm guessing.
Don't tell me.
Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Word is, he's involved in some dangerous transactions.
Yeah, and Momo would know about the underworld.
Kameji, you wouldn't happen to be struggling with debt, would you?
What? How did you...
I can literally read your mind, my dude.
I knew it.
That's what you wanted to tell me, right? Why can't you get the police involved? Is it because you're buying and selling on the black market?
What are you talking about? I would never do something like that.
Tried asking Komichi more questions, but no matter how much I questioned him, he didn't admit to any involvement with the Of course not, dude. He's scared for his life. He's scared they might be listening right now, surely. His life, his son's life, I fucking get it. In the end, I was unable to find any clues leading to the key to Shoma's heart. I love that they're still using that cheesy as fuck analogy, especially because Tama flips it into horny. I feel like I shouldn't be so happy about Tama making it horny, because it's literally about a fucking elementary school kid, but you know.
Huh. Shoma isn't here.
Large-ass merinos.
Where did that boy run off to? We still haven't made up.
Yep, that's my brain right now. Like, what the hell are
I'm
these
sorry,
two?
Mr. Ryuki. I need to go find
Like,
Shoma now.
The Yakuza
so,
probably...
well,
I don't know, man.
Bye for now. Excuse
I'm really
me.
wondering what they're gonna do with these two, because... Okay, Shoma's definitely connected in some
Meiji and
way
Shoma.
to Toko. We know that, but... Kameji and the Yakuza, where do they come into this? Like, what sort of connection do they have to everything? Or is it just gonna lead to some event that might have to do with Shoma, like them trying to kidnap him, and then we might have to save him, and then he might open up? I'm obviously just spitballing here, but I'm trying to figure out, like, what Uchikoshi's planning to do with this cube-headed weirdo. I love also how, for some fucking reason, no one asks about the cube head. No one mentions it. It's like it's completely normal, but it is really not.
It's clear that they're both hiding something. Even if we chased them down and asked again, we'd get the same result.
I guess we have no choice. Let's go somewhere else for now.
Yeah, let's.
Time to see Fabulous Mama and ask why she's dressed like a frickin' gypsy or something.
Ryuki, honey, welcome.
It makes sense that Ryuki's been here before, because he seems to like drinking. Also, Date would have introduced him here. He probably is drunk with Date here before.
It's been so long.
Sorry, Mama, but I'm not here as a customer today. I was wondering if you knew anything about the case.
Do you mean the HB case?
Yeah. Mame and Gen are here.
But they're acting strange. They're both quiet, turned away from each other.
That's really interesting. Again, Mame and Gen, what do they have to do with this? I'm really wondering about that. The cult poster on the wall. Yeah, wait, her whole vibe has changed. Unless this is a parallel fucking universe. God damn it, Iris. It's a poster.
Entrance exam pajama paradance.
What?
It's a movie about crashing an entrance exam in pajamas and doing the para dance.
I don't even know what the para dance is. I wonder if Crystal would know about that. Streamer YouTuber I love very much. CRYSTAAHHL. She's very great. Please look her up. I love her. If you don't know about her already, which... If you found my ass, there's a pretty good chance you found her already, because she's much bigger than me, but, you know. I can't look at her menu. There's always some weird shit. Oh, I can look at this one, though. The other menu we could look at before was on the other side, but... I guess because you can't, for some reason, actually activate that in this case. I don't know why exactly. It's because of exactly where Ryuki is sitting, right? Maybe? I think so. Menu is written on the blackboard.
Specialty socks. No double dipping. Huh.
Menu of freaking... Yeah. Yeah, it's always some weird shit.
Ryuki, you ever do stuff on a bar counter before?
I'm sure Mama's done stuff on this counter with a lot of different people, considering how she talks. And she's constantly flirting with, like, as far as I understand, everyone with a penis that comes in here.
Like what?
You know, something that starts with S.
I don't think so.
Really? Well, I've served customers here before.
I'm sure you have.
Wow.
I love that reaction. He's like, I'm surrounded by extreme perverts, help me. Between Tama and Date, her, and Boss, honestly, this poor man. Now, I would love being surrounded by all that, because I'm one of them, but he's not, so... Bugs, man. It's a glaze. What's in it, though? What's up, Gen? A forest nymph? I have to.
Huh? Where?
Wow, why is he like that? What's going on? He's acting exactly like Mame did, what the fuck? Huh. What the shit? Yeah.
Who are you calling a sumo wrestler?
I mean, you do kind of have the figure. I won't sit here and pretend you don't. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. BBW is a porn category for a reason. What? It's a painting that's been up since the bar opened. It was supposedly a gift from a regular here. Was that a thing in the first game? I don't remember. Yeah, wait, that painting's been there before, but why did she change her bar layout? Why is she now into occult shit? I don't get it. Let's count how many there are. If you count the number of bottles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But nothing happens. What a waste of time. I was like, I didn't count it. Okay, there's no joke about not just drinking them. This time. I thought that's where that was getting a book. It's a suspicious book. The spine says anyone could become a necromancer. Yeah, it's a bit sus. There are 2 crystal balls on top of the counter. Well, that makes sense, at least. We all know that she loves balls. Anyway.
Is that a crystal ball?
Yes, these are my big milky balls.
I'm sure you audibly heard that facepalm. God, I knew that's where she was going with that. I knew it.
Milky.
Balls?
Oh, but I'm not talking about testicles, honey.
You were alluding to them on purpose, though. Don't pretend you weren't.
Yeah, I know.
I started telling fortunes as a side business, and believe it or not, I actually gained the ability to hear them. Voices from other dimensions.
Other dimensions?
Yes. One day, I was suddenly gifted with the power. I suppose it's more accurate to call it a seance than fortune-telling.
You both sound pretty fishy.
You're just going to pretend you're hearing voices, aren't you?
No, I'm completely serious. I mean, I don't even remember what happens while hearing the voices. Oh, why don't we give it a try? I could ask about the HB case. You might believe me if you see it in person.
No, it's okay.
No need to be so modest. It'll be free of charge.
She probably just has information, and she'll dress it up like it's a fortune. Or seance. When I think of seance, I think of Danganronpa V3. I might do some sort of Danganronpa content on the channel, but not Let's Plays, because you play these types of games blind. If you do a Let's Play of them. If you don't, it's just not the same. This is the only type of genre that I would say you should never play it not blind on YouTube. Honestly, once you play it once, unless you love the games to death, there's not a whole lot of reason to go back. But I love Danganronpa 2 specifically so much that I've considered going back to it pretty often, but only that one. For a lot of reasons, most of the characters. And if you know enough about the game and me, you can probably guess the characters that I love the most.
I've been wondering this for a long time. Who are you really, Mama?
Me? I'm just your ordinary, everyday homoerotic connoisseur.
Well, we know about that part of you. You're very forward about that to every person with a penis that comes into your damn bar. But I'm talking about everything else about you.
Well, here's what I know.
Ask Mom what she knows about the case. Unfortunately, there wasn't any new or useful information.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you this time.
No, it's fine. Just typical detective work. Gotta earn my pay.
Okay, do the thing.
Then let me ask the milky balls.
What? They're not milky, they're clear! What? Why do you... you call them milky because you want to allude to testicles and then say they're not testicles. Or at least that's such an Uchikoshi joke, I'm not surprised. Anyway.
Can you stop calling them that?
Oh, great set of balls. Who is the most beautiful in all the land? That is Mama, of course.
She even makes a show of rolling her eyes back. That's cute.
Oh my, you flatter.
That's not even what I wanted to ask.
And the answer is completely wrong.
Oof, Tama, that's mean.
That was just a joke.
But as far as the most beautiful woman in this game, I would say it's Tama, because, like, fuck, my dude. But see, Tama and Mama are only one letter away from each other. Galaxy.
I figured.
Ahem. Now, let's try this for real. Oh, great set of milky white balls. I need you to give me some clues for an investigation. One after another, victims have been torn in half in these half-body murders. Where can we find the key to exposing the culprit?
If this actually gives any kind of useful answer, I will laugh so hard. But that would be an Ichikoshi thing to do. He would do both. So I don't know which he's gonna do right now. Either it's fucking useless or it's extremely useful. Please be the latter. I'm very tired of not having any leads. And this is going on way longer than I thought it would. I thought we would have already had the incident happened and be back in the present 6 years from this point. Good few hours ago now, or at least 1 or 2 hours ago now. At least 1 or 2 somniums ago, honestly. But maybe it's because the game started 6 years ago. I thought the game would keep bouncing back and forth between Mizuki and Ryuki like it was at the beginning. But it's not the case.
Face. A hidden face. The true face. As yet unrevealed to all. That is where the answer is hidden.
The masked girl. That's where my brain went.
Huh? Did I just say something? I told you, I black out during these seances. Don't remember a thing.
Yeah, that's useful. Or at least that's literally gonna allude to something that actually is a thing. I think it really is Masked Girl. Or Danny over here. I don't know why I didn't think about that while I was looking at him this whole time. But what the shit happened? Why did it go from just Mame being like that to both of them?
Let's see. The first thing that comes to mind is...
Gen's face hidden under his mask, but he's sensitive about it. It's not something I can just ask.
Yeah, and it's hard to say if this is really related to the case or not.
Yeah, really?
The only other thing I can think of is... Jin Furaway.
Huh?
It might also apply to Jin.
But Jin's face is well known.
Yeah, it's not like he hides it.
It's true that photos of his face have been all over the place, but he's never actually gone out in public in person.
Not even once?
Not even once.
It's not because he's shy, is it?
If that were the case, his photos wouldn't be out there either. I've heard he's an extreme narcissist. He circulates all those pictures himself.
Circulated. Remember, he's dead as fuck.
By the way, Mama, what's up with those two?
Well, the thing is, they had a bit of a differing of opinion.
What do you mean?
No, Mama. The problem is Genny's total lack of common sense.
My lack of common sense? Are you sure you're not talking about yourself? You sound like a stupid person right now.
What? You're the one who sounds stupid. You probably couldn't even beat the first question of the All-American Ultra Quiz.
It's literally something trivial again. God, Uchikoshi really keeps trying to... I have a feeling she literally did actually just lose a bunch of yen on pachinko if this is gonna be the bit. Of these two seeming like something serious happened, and that's why they're acting the way they are, except that's not what actually happened. It's something kind of trivial.
Wait. What is this argument even about?
Well, we're having a disagreement.
All right, you jerk. Why don't we get a neutral third party and ask them?
That's what happened.
So we came to Marble to get Mama's opinion, and that's where we're at.
But when I gave my input, it only made things more complicated.
I know. Now that Ryuki's here, let's see what he thinks.
Yeah, then we'll know for sure who's right. So, question time.
Huh?
What's the name of the island where the Statue of Liberty in New York is located?
I knew it was just trivia because she mentioned a quiz. Why is this a bit? Oh, so they seem to be really close for not knowing the dude's face. What? What do I do? Oh, I have to talk to her. It's called Ellis Island, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I learned that in history class.
That's right.
You too? Are you serious? That's ridiculous. It can't be.
Again, you're really dumb. I'm sorry, but I don't remember much from elementary school. I remember that.
The Statue of Liberty is definitely on Liberty Island.
Dude.
No, it's true that the Statue of Liberty is on Ellis Island. I mean, there's no such thing as Liberty Island anyway.
I don't believe this. Something is off here.
Tama, what do you think?
Of course it's Ellis Island. This is common knowledge.
Getting hugs. Wait, yeah, this guy definitely is Date. He's also dumb. Let's be honest, Date was not smart about a lot of things.
Look, I just looked it up online. Now do you see? The Statue of Liberty is located on Ellis Island. As you can see here, there's no such island as Liberty Island.
I'm sorry, Gen. Mame is right.
Impossible.
See?
Anyway, they've been butting heads about the location of the Statue of Liberty this whole time.
I don't like this bit. It's kind of funny, but A, it's just over the top ridiculous. B, I don't really like when they make jokes out of serious people arguments and how dumb they can be. C, I feel like it's throwing me for a loop and that if they're this down or tense about something, it should be important. Especially because Mame was already like this once earlier. And she may have lied, but it might have literally just been pachinko, and I think that's more likely now that this has happened again. But just add again to the bit. But the clock thing seemed really significant. What I think about that is, again, she's the only mermaid we know about. So I still think that she's Chinpei's girlfriend, and she's waiting for him to get out of jail. Because that's the only thing that would make any sense to me right now. So I think she lied. And this is probably meant to make you feel like that's less of an important thing, but I think it is important. I feel like I'm on to Uchikoshi's bullshit in this instance, at least. So we'll see.
But it looks like they finally came to a conclusion.
Hugs for Gen.
I see. If you all say so, I must be the one who's wrong. I'm sorry, Amame. I was mistaken.
As long as you understand now, that's good enough for me. Everyone makes mistakes.
Alright. Wholesome, but that's that was such a dumb argument, but I guess that's the point. Real people argue about a lot of dumb shit. I have also been guilty of this. It's a very human thing, weirdly enough. Like, if you think about the kinds of shit that you have argued about in the past, oftentimes you'd be like, why did I care? Like, at least that's my experience.
I need to get to work soon, so I'm heading out.
I'll stick around for a bit longer.
Okay, then I'll see you three later.
What about your restaurant, Gen?
I closed up shop for the day. I couldn't acquire any ingredients I was satisfied with.
Really? Closed for a reason like that?
It's really important to me. It would be rude to serve mediocre dishes to my customers. I think I'll go to the warehouse district at the harbor after this. I thought I could watch the waves and think up new dishes.
I go and sync with her. Oh god. I don't think you want to do that, though. That's probably just a... I have to. How horny is her thoughts right now? Oh?
I gained the ability to hear voices from people in other dimensions. Mama, you're always so beautiful. Oh my, you flatterer.
Of course,
Hallucinations?
I knew it'd just be
A manifestation of her repressed desires.
But it felt different the second time she did it, when she mentioned the thing about hidden faces.
Yeah, she's lovingly polishing two crystal balls. See, in the first game it was just a bonito fish for some reason. But now it's more blatantly homosexual, because that is her bit. And I feel like Uchikoshi just gets more perverted the more that he makes games. So that checks out. Not Mame.
Mame and I go way back.
I can kind of tell, but why and how?
There are times when we have arguments over little things, like you saw earlier. We're basically family at this point.
I could sort of see that. She seems to hang out there a lot.
So if anything ever happened to her, I would do everything I could to help.
Something's gonna happen to her then, because you wouldn't fucking mention that in a game like this without that's gonna happen.
I believe that I have to protect her, no matter what.
What if Matsushita Diner takes your customers?
I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Ota from Matsushita Diner doesn't understand the first thing about the true essence of cooking.
The warehouse district at the harbor.
Yes, I love that place. I can watch the ocean in silence with no one around. I find it very soothing. For some reason, Date seems to go there often as well.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that Date is still here at this point. We haven't seen him this whole time, which is why I keep forgetting. But he is not missing at this point. So it's not him yet. It might be him later. Because he's already mentioned that there might be several people with the same mask, so what if literally there have been different people in that costume already even, or at least there might be in the future. Yeah, about him. Is he missing yet? Because I feel like maybe. Actually, no, there was an explosion and then he went missing. And I think what happened is the explosion happened, Yuki found him and wasn't able to save him. It seems like that's at least part of what traumatized him.
I have been very close with Date for some time. He often stops by Brahmin before coming here to drink. I trust him. There are only 3 people who weren't afraid of me the first time they saw me. Date, Amame, and Lien.
You know Lien too?
Yes, he's a regular at Brahmin as well. Lien just wandered in one day while Date was there. They hit it off right away and had quite a lively discussion. I joined them after closing up for the day, and the 3 of us drank until morning.
Huh. That's an interesting group. I can't imagine what you 3 would talk about.
Probably porno mags or something.
Yeah. I mean, if it's Date, at least.
What are they, teenagers?
No, well, I mean, Date acts like it's still a teenager.
Oh, we talked a lot about porno mags.
I'm sure. Sure. Yeah, and Lien seems like that kind of guy too. Again, not that I can fucking judge. About your mask.
Putting Date, Amame, and Lien aside, my appearance makes most people uncomfortable. But if I didn't wear this mask, I would scare them even more.
If I recall, your face has a congenital condition.
Yes.
That's a lie, man. I can't believe that. I feel like it's gotta be a person under there that we know, and that's it. That's why it would scare them. Because what if he's already Date some fucking how, because parallel worlds or something? Anyway.
Would you like to see?
What?
My face.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Ah, fuck you, Ryuki, come on.
Not that I'm trying to avoid it or anything.
Face. The true face.
Yeah. Fucking do it! It's really true. It's really true. Ah, damn it. But Masked Girl is someone we know. I still feel like he's gonna do that at least once. That's one of his favorite tropes to use. But yeah.
I don't believe it.
There you go. I could clearly see Gen's skull. It didn't seem like the answer to solving the case was hidden there. Yeah, his face is deformed, that's it. That really is it. Unfortunately, there are people with conditions like this. I actually saw this video. There's a YouTube channel called Special Books for Special Kids. And it is a YouTube channel about people with extreme physical disabilities, oftentimes deformities and things like that. And while the channel name specifically alludes to kids with conditions like that, most of the videos are about children with conditions like that. But there are some with adults. I remember clearly there was one very obviously kind and chill man, an older man that had just, you know, his face was just deformed because of a disability, and he talked teary-eyed about how he didn't want to scare people, so I get it. And I guess Gen just wasn't lying this whole time.
No point in staying here much longer.
Yes, let's move on.
Well, Gen, Mama, I'll be going now.
Very well. Please take care.
Stop by to get a break from work every once in a while.
I do wonder if this is a different version of Mama. And the fact that her bar is pretty different here, in the decor and her interests, other than penises. I don't know, man. Very sus. This place is lemniscate, let's see.
Ryuki! We just finished recording!
Oh, good timing. But why are these two here?
I just happened to be here by chance.
Me too. I'm here completely by coincidence.
You ain't slick, you pervs. Not that I can talk about pervs, but I mean, it's just an undeniable fact there's a lot of pervs in this game, and that I am one. But anyway.
Okay, then.
Yeah. But I'm not obsessed with Iris like that, because that'd be creepy. I'm 29 years old, Mr. Mame. Anyway.
So,
oh, Mr.
What is it you wanted to tell me about the case?
Similar name.
Yeah, about that.
Who the hell is that?
Hmm?
Yeah, we just talked about hidden faces, and guess the fuck what?
What?
Which is the reason why Kizuna has to be Boss's daughter. Especially because her dad doesn't like the police. And what's one reason you might not like the police? If an ex-lover you really fell out really hard with was police. But the first reason I was very convinced, other than her hair and eye color, that Kizuna was Boss's daughter was the fact that she mentioned that she had a daughter, and then in that investigation directly afterwards we meet her for the first time. And also, she's definitely 18. But yeah, they use that same type of storytelling thing again. Because Mama just talked about hidden faces, and here's one right here. And that's the first one I thought of for a reason. She has been the most suspicious hidden face because she's clearly doing sus as fuck shit. And I think she might have killed Tokiko. And if she didn't, I'll be kind of surprised. And she is my #1 suspect for being Terra right now. But, because this is Uchikoshi, I'm pretty sure it's not actually her. We'll see. Also, I feel like Terra could be several people.
Talk about sketchy.
Oh, this is a new song. And for once I agree with Oda. I'm sorry, NPC. But, like, she is pretty sketchy. And by pretty, I mean pretty damn. Actually, no, I think this song has played before. It's appropriate for how sketchy she is.
Maybe someone from the talent agency?
I don't know. I couldn't see their face, so it's hard to say.
By the way, Iris and that, like, listen, uniforms, okay? Anyway, any just sharply dressed women, just give me them, please.
Seems dangerous, but I'll put my life on the line to protect Tess. I mean Iris. So,
Don't you worry.
Moma, please.
Me too.
Oda, please. Motherfucker, man. Oh boy, horny receptionist lady. What's up? Oh my god. This isn't like him, though. Hello.
Wow, what a total hottie.
Wait, what? At first, she was just kind of, like, seemingly okay with... I wasn't expecting her to start flirting with Ryuki. Okay.
What?
Oh, this is perfect. I was just starting to get bored. Come on, let's have a chat, cutie. A little tete-a-tete.
Sorry. I have no idea what you're saying.
What she's saying is she wants to fuck you in the closet right now. What? Or at least, that's what I would be led to believe by watching a bunch of hentai. Anyway.
Oh, and your voice is super mega hot, too.
Your voice is just the most Valley Girl-ass shit possible, to the point that it's really kind of grating to me. Also, I swear to God, her boobs are either bigger or there's just more cleavage. Literally, that top is, it literally looks like it's gonna come undone. If she, like, you know when she adjusts her hair and her boobs jiggle a bit there? Like, I swear to God, if she does that in like, any other angle than that, it just would all come open. Like, motherfucking Uchikoshi.
Hottie for a thottie.
Oh my...
Slide into
what?
my DMs anytime, king.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? Like, I know what the hell she just said, but I can't really believe it. Did she literally just say that seriously? What the fuck?
I'm here to ask some questions for an investigation.
This poor man. All the pussy wants him, but he does not want the pussy. Granted, Tama isn't an actual female, but, like, she certainly acts like she is and wants him. And also, they apparently literally do kinky things like having her tie him up. So, anyway.
Wait, you're with the police? Are you friends with Date by any chance?
Yeah, he's my superior.
I'm wondering what she's gonna say about him.
Oh my god! It's such a small world. Crazy.
Why is this woman a receptionist?
Likely a decision made by the company president.
Mizuki?
Wait, hold on. Does she secretly want to keep her there because she knows Date likes her? That's really cute and very appropriately tsundere of her. I'm gonna assume that because that's really cute.
It's okay. You don't have to say it. You want to rub these soft things,
oh my
don't you?
fucking Christ.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, fine. Just for a bit, okay?
Oh god. The same
There you
bits.
go.
The same fucking bits, but this isn't Date. We go to the receptionist began vigorously rubbing earlobes this time. Uchikoshi, what is your sense of humor? It's like, okay, no. I just got the answer to that. His sense of humor is horny and surreal and completely nonsensical at the same time. That's what his sense of humor is. And I don't get it. Like, why? This isn't even a joke, it's just absurd for the sake of absurdity, or for the sake of, you thought it was boobs, but no!
Ryuki, what are you doing?
When I returned to where I was, Iris was looking at me as I was the scuff of the ear. I have to keep going.
What?
What are you talking about,
Oh my
Ryuki?
god. Is it literally gonna do... Oh my... Is this literally the same?
No. I was just suddenly overcome with an inexplicable urge to go to Atami.
Okay. I don't want to save right now, because I don't want to save over things just in case my OBS settings aren't quite right. I might have to skip on this, but I can go back and do it later, very likely. So I might do that, but right now I do not want to save over things just in case my OBS settings aren't kosher right now, and I might have to redo this section. I intend to, if I can, come back later and do this. I'm sorry if you really want to see that bit, because I kind of do too. Logo, it's a company logo, it reads Lemniscape. Because, like, as far as I understand, you can't not save over your data. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because you save, and then you don't get a choice of where. It just says, game saved. I'm pretty sure it always just saves over the last one, so... yeah, I will be cautious about that. The reason I would save is because I don't want to sit here and redo this entire room just because of that, because if it literally is the same exact bit, but... And I'm gonna assume so, because the boobs thing was, so... But it was earlobes this time instead of... Or was it the first time? I fucking forget. Her cheeks, I think it was. But anyway, whomst is that? It's probably just some random dude that's probably a very pervy dude. Before I even talk to anyone, though, big brain, let's look for funny dialogue in the environment. Because if there's zero... Actually, it seems like there's more of that in this game so far than in the first one. Oh,
Well,
Jesus!
You're right. I've never seen it
It's a
before.
house... Okay, hold on, log. Right, because I skipped that. Sorry. Wait, what? Oh my god, this is literally just the joke rehashing part of the investigation. I see.
Whoa, there's a weird bug here.
I generally like Uchikoshi's writing, but one thing I'd say I'm really sick of at this point is him making characters do out-of-character things like Ryuki being horny, for example, just then. Just for joke continuation bits. Like, the Kagami's name joke, for example. Still makes sense with Ryuki. That's fine, but this shit... Like, she's not obsessed with bugs like Aiba, so...
You're right. I've never seen it before.
Okay, never mind. She's just, like, remarking on, oh, that's an interesting bug.
So far.
This really is the joke rehashing room. Motherfucker! All of these are just jokes from the first game. Oh my god, this whole... Any other dialogue I'm gonna find is gonna be like that. Watch.
Special feature, useful ways to tie a rope.
Okay,
Ryuki,
this time it's
tell
just
me
rehashing an earlier joke.
Maybe I'll put a monitor that big in our office, too.
What would you watch?
Obviously, testicle videos. Yeah, testicle videos.
Oh, no, iris videos.
Really icky, Moma.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, porn was not off from what he's trying to cover up his obvious obsession with, which... Stop trying, dude. It's just futile. Like, come on.
Tessa, would you stand on that stool over there?
What? Why?
Because he wants to look up her skirt. At least the high stool pun wasn't... They didn't do that this time.
Nice high table.
Not you too, Ryuki. Well, okay. If you think I have nice thighs, then...
Oh my god.
Wait, what did you think I said?
Wait, what? Does she actually kind of like him too? That sounds like flirting almost. I'll go ahead and talk to everyone but Masked Woman. But why is she sitting there? She's observing someone for something. Shit's gonna go down in regards to her. I guarantee that. Why are you here?
I told you it was a coincidence. For some reason, Set's recording schedule happened to be in my PC.
Why is he really trying to not say Tessa? That's just like the fan name for her, right? It's basically just another name for her. But I did say fan name, so what if he's just trying to really act like he's not a fan of her? But why try to keep covering up? It's really obvious, dude.
I figured it was a cyber attack by a rival gang, so I came here to scout things out just in case.
Now, granted, I know it's like part of his character that he thinks he needs to act like a gangster and that being obsessed with a high school girl idol isn't very gangstery, so I get that that's his bit, but he's standing right next to her. With Oda. It's not subtle.
That's a huge
He's
stretch.
never subtle, but this is the least subtle he's ever been about it.
He was probably just waiting for her.
Thanks for everything, Mr. Kumakura. Shopping!
Cart, Mart, Tessa!
Gaming!
Bite, Sprite, Tessa!
Account!
Checked, collect, Tessa!
It's the brand new star of the net world, Tessa! Also known as ASET! You bet!
It's Moma. He looks extremely out of place here. What was it you wanted to tell me?
2 days ago, we were talking about the people who went missing after seeing Bats 490. Well, the same thing started happening with the people who saw the QR code video.
What?
I read about it online this morning. Many people have gone missing since seeing that video.
That's very interesting. I don't know if we've heard about that yet, but now we have.
Rumors say that the missing people are being rounded up in one location, and they're all getting murdered.
You there!
Oh, okay, so talking to her. She doesn't want that to get out. Wait, what's going on?
Is what you just said true?
Huh? Yeah.
Who the hell are you? Don't get one step closer.
That's right. What are you trying to do to Tessa?
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, what the shit? Okay, so... Well, I
And
didn't
they're
get
gone.
to examine her, but it would do much.
What was that all about?
About our discussion.
Oh, right.
Did someone you know go missing or something?
No, it's not that. It's just a rumor I found online.
Tama, how many people have gone missing lately?
About 1,700 people have gone missing this week. It isn't particularly higher than usual.
There's something paranormal going on in the HB case after all. Like half a corpse teleporting from another world. And people going missing after watching a video. There has to be some sort of supernatural phenomenon happening.
Yeah, why are you here? We know. Let's just try not talking to Oda. If we have to, then we will. If we don't, then we won't. That's my policy about this fucker right now, at this point. She just finished recording. She doesn't look tired at all. She's just really professional. That's amazing, because when I record these videos, I'm usually pretty late. Actually, no, usually I'm kind of, like, energetic afterwards. It depends a little bit. But normally I end up being pretty fatigued, even if, like, the initial reaction is, like, a burst of energy. I don't know. Anyway, it's a whole thing.
I heard that painting is actually titled TNYEO. It used to be called by another name.
Unfortunately, I think I have to talk to Oda. Either that or I have to talk to her. But I think that's gonna be... I think that is definitely signed content. I think that is definitely just a joke that I can go back for later.
I told you I just happened to be here. I just so happened to know Tessa's recording schedule, and I thought she might be thirsty after recording, so I got her a drink.
In other words, he was waiting for her.
Thanks for everything, Ota. Fire!
Hot, Tessa!
Shipping!
Crate, Tessa!
Airplane!
Height, flight, Tessa!
It's the brand new star of the net world, Tessa! Also known as ASET! You bet!
You're just like, what am I watching? Fan hive mind, that is what you're watching right now.
I agree with Tessa. The occult are involved with the HB case for sure.
Right?
Yeah! I mean, Nyes is a part of all of this, right?
Where did you hear that?
It's all over the internet. Nyes is a big proponent of the simulation theory. Oh, and I didn't know this a few months ago. I learned all this recently. If you think about that theory being correct, the case makes a lot more sense.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams.
I love Tokiko's mysterious accent. Her voice just pang. Very hot. I can wing sync with her. I need to see if she's even thinking about anything. I have to.
I heard the hibernation diet worked,
What?
so I gave it a try.
Woman, you are fine.
I've been sleeping all the time, but it's not working at all. I've actually gained more weight. What? You mean it's more than just sleeping, breathing techniques? What? Ugh, that sounds like a pain in the butt.
Woman, you do not need a diet, okay? Fuck, I feel really bad about the amount of women that I've seen. Like, at a glance, I'm like, you are not fat at all. And they've deluded themselves into thinking they are. It's really sad. What do you think?
I'm no expert on paranormal and occult stuff, but I know one thing for sure. So, I gotta warn you, you should back out of this investigation.
Oh?
What do you mean?
I don't know much about that Nyes group, but there's definitely a real dangerous organization involved in all this. If you get too deep, you might end up dead. Word's spreading in the underground. If the cops investigate any further, they'll make them disappear. Seems like the rich and powerful from all over the world are involved in this too. You piss them off, who knows what they'll do to you.
Rich and powerful. Could Mr. Sejima be involved in this too?
Wait, what? He's still around doing stuff, probably.
Sejima?
You mean the former politician guy?
Former? Huh. Oh, did he step down?
Yes,
I guess so.
Sejima. Oh, but don't worry about it. I just saw him recently, so he popped into my head is all.
What's that about? Is he involved in this shit again? I'm tired of that.
You met with So?
Yeah?
Why?
Because he invited me to his house.
For what reason?
He said he happened upon my videos online and thought they were interesting or something like that.
Are you okay?
He didn't do anything, did he?
Not at all. We just talked for a bit.
That's sus, though. I mean, we know that he couldn't be Saito, but...
Iris doesn't know So Sejima is her father.
I fucking forgot about that, actually. Oh, that makes sense now. I literally forgot about that. After the Psychop serial killing, So Sejima's life as a politician ended. However, what So did wasn't technically illegal, so he hasn't been arrested or charged. He still has tons of money, so may not be a politician. So may not be a politician anymore, but he still holds tons of power.
Or the fact that he was involved in the murder of her real mother, Monica.
Yeah, the people around her have been protecting her from that information. Fortunately, Iris doesn't really watch the news either. But in any case, the media hasn't found out Iris is Monica's daughter.
Okay, so, man, my parallel universe theory kind of seems a little bit from that, but we'll see. A little bit implausible from that, because that's all correct from the first game. About simulation theory.
The simulation theory is probably true.
Unfortunately, I probably have to talk to Oda, because this is obviously, you know, one of the core theories of the game.
There's even proof.
Proof?
And as much as we hate Oda, sorry NPC, but you can't deny that he often does touch on these important themes.
Take a look at this.
Oda pulled out several photos from his pocket and handed them to me.
Doesn't this remind you of something? Like those nameless mob characters that show up in video games.
Yeah, oh, I see. They're like...
You know they reuse assets to lower production costs.
No. This is probably just some sort of coincidence.
Like some synchronicity type thing? But there's more photographic proof.
It could also just all been photoshopped. If you're good enough with that shit, you can make things look pretty convincing. So I bet that Nyes, or even the other group, is behind that. 200% to keep spreading their doctrine. About the other photos.
Do you still think it's a coincidence after seeing this? If you consider this stuff that can't be explained by science as a glitch in the simulated world.
I can't quite see what's up with the car one, but yeah, that's weird. I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to be either.
It can't be.
Calm down, Ryuki. These are obviously doctored photos.
Yeah, that is what I've been thinking too.
Yeah, you're right.
But he has a lot of reason to think this stuff might be real because of what he's been seeing. Synchronicity.
In a nutshell, they're basically meaningful coincidences. For example, when you talk about someone and they just so happen to show up in front of you. Or when you hear the same word over and over from a bunch of different people. That kind of synchronicity. It's supposed to mean that there's a message behind it.
A message from who?
Well, someone.
Paranormal and simulation theory.
I just thought of something listening to Ota. You can explain any paranormal phenomenon using the simulation theory. UFOs, UMAs, ghosts, superpowers. If this world is a simulation, they'd all be possible.
Yeah, whether it's a glitch or alterations made on purpose, whatever it is, would all make sense.
Now, let's get going. For all that talking we did, we didn't get much useful information here.
Yeah, but something has been bothering me. I'll keep what I heard here in mind, just in case.
So what's gonna happen? Because it's pretty common that something oofy happens right after we're done investigating everything like this.
We didn't get anything useful for the case.
There are some things that I've been thinking about, though. The biggest one being...
The goal was to get inside the hidden room inside Horodori Institute.
Yeah.
But in the end, we didn't find anything.
hidden room inside Horodori Institute?
We have to look into this. After hearing about something like that.
Well, I suppose so.
So...
Alright, our next destination is?
Yeah, Horodori Institute.
Watch me find a body. Also, yeah, Chikara isn't here anymore, so is anyone even working
No
here
one
anymore?
here.
Yeah.
It's past business hours, so they probably all left.
But the lights are on.
Maybe someone forgot to turn them off?
Wait, how did we get in here, by the way?
The entrance was unlocked too.
There we go. Huh.
I think someone forgot to lock it.
But why would a place like this have not a bunch of stringent security?
There weren't any guards around.
Whoa.
Must be on vacation.
Yeah, that's all very sus.
No, fine. I'm sorry, okay? Yes, you're right. Something is clearly wrong.
As if someone is inviting us inside.
A trap, maybe?
For who? And why? No one could have known we were coming here.
Yeah, no, this is about to be some shit that's about to go down.
Then maybe it's for welcoming someone other than us. Who's there?
Like Lien? Again? Or Masked Whammon. Perhaps.
Ryuki, living organism detected.
They're alone. They must be hiding somewhere.
I think Masked Girl's in here. Don't see anyone hiding. Okay, let's just look behind. Oh!
There you are.
That's... I literally forget his name, but that's Cube Head, comedian man dude friend. What the fuck are you doing?
Hey! I know you're there! Come on out!
Yeah. Yeah, Kameiji.
Kameiji?
What is he doing here?
Why are you here? He's not gonna say shit. That's been a pretty common thing, just people not fucking responding.
Who knows? I don't even know myself. Before I knew it, I found myself here.
Huh?
Maybe my brain is messed up from all the drinking.
Yeah,
He's clearly lying.
He's obviously hiding the real reason he's here. Now, how to make him talk?
He may be hiding something on his person. Let's find out.
What the fuck? I'm guessing he's up to something because the Yakuza are forcing him into it. Because that would make sense. Either that or Shoma's in danger here. Both would make sense.
Is that...
Why does he have that? Kameiji, what are you hiding in your pocket there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's no use trying to hide it. What you have there, it's a pistol, isn't it? Kameiji, can you please tell me what's going on?
Because I have a gun too. But he's too chicken shit that you can try to use his gun. Interesting that these aren't QTEs, but I'm glad, honestly, just so that there's no interruption with the flow in case I mess up. But the last time I did those, I was much better than a lot of the other ones in the first games.
What's going on here? I need answers!
But he's completely hysterical. We won't be able to talk to him like this, and we can't wing sync either.
We're only left with one choice.
Ryuki, sync with him.
Yep. Yeah. But if I were him, I would have kept exploring just in case there was someone else here, like the Yakuza people.
All right, I think I get the picture.
Komeiji was in Horodori Institute for some reason. And he even had a gun on him.
So, you want to find out why?
That's right.
Okay, the preparations are complete. Let's get right to it then.
Alright, so once I get in here, then I'll save and quit for now. This is a good place to stop.
Ryuki, I'm sure you already know this. The time limit inside Somnium is
6 minutes. I know.
Okay. Then let's begin.
Super stand-up battle! Can Tama win for a 5th week in a row and take the seat of Grand Champion? Stand-up show veteran, Tama! Heyo, I'm Tama!
What is this?
They say giving birth is extremely painful and men can't handle the pain. One day, a genius scientist created a device that could share the pain of giving birth with the father. His first test subject was his wife. His wife was about to give birth, so he decided to try out the device. But for some reason, he felt no pain. Something wrong with the equipment? He upped the power to 10%, then 20%, until he reached 100%, right when she gave birth. And right after that, his assistant right next to him dropped dead from pain! Tama, 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 hot tamale!
What the shit? I love this woman.
Well, what's the result?
143! Too bad. No grand champion for you!
Why?
That wasn't funny at all. I think you're more suited for an assistant director position.
Hey, assistant directors are the directors of the future. Don't underestimate me.
Also, that camera angle and the way she is bending forward is very on purpose. Thanks, Uchikoshi. My man. Anyway.
Andy's Komeiji, on the street.
Shut up! What is it
Come on,
now?
you like him. What are you talking about?
Komeiji? Let's go!
Today we'll be walking around an area that's truly memorable to me. There just aren't rooftop amusement parks like this anymore, you know?
A walk-around comedy show with Andy's Komeiji. I didn't know he was on one of those.
He isn't. This is just his dream. Dream in both senses of the word. It's his dream to have a show like this. It's kind of pathetic.
Tama, what are you holding in your hand?
What is this? A sketchbook?
Well, anyway, we will,
Komeiji's stumbling over his words. The sketchbook is a cue card. Tama, you're an assistant director now. You should send him a message using the cue card. This calls for... say something funny. You gotta break through to him.
I never intended on being an assistant director. That's fine.
Say something funny? What do you mean?
I find it interesting that she's so directly involved in the dream this time. That hasn't been a thing yet, as far as I remember.
What does that mean?
I think it means something about Shoma.
That's...
Unfortunately.
What's going on?
Ryuki, we need to do our thing.
Right. Do it, Tama.
There you go. God, that was a big beginning bit. That was a very long one. They're usually not that long. Huh. 2 areas with the same mental lock twice. That's interesting. Need info. Find out what Andy's Komeiji is hiding. In this world inundated with Yoneharu's idea... Yoneharu? Who the fuck is that? Find out the truth and get information on what he's hiding. Yoneharu's idea... Who the shit is Yoneharu? I don't think we've heard that name before. Unless we have and I've forgotten, but it hasn't come up much if I have heard it. But it might actually be very clear as to who Yoneharu is from other parts of the dream. We'll see.
Let's start there. If we're gonna talk about Andy's Komeiji, we can't miss that place.
Let's follow him.
Okay then.
It's my show, so how about I go to the next filming location so the staff knows where it is, then the crew chases me. So, like I said, we're ending it here. This is a... I really was expecting this episode to be less comedy and more fucking... I really feel like there's, like, a lot of filler here in Ryuki's arc, but I don't know, man. I think part of it is I really want to get to Mizuki, but also... I keep forgetting about Tama and this, but they're just fun little side things anyway, so maybe I just do it once at the end of each episode. That seems to be what I fucking remember. Oh god, I saved without thinking. No, I don't think... Did I? I don't remember. I just hope there's no audio issues, because if there is, I might have fucked myself. Oh boy. Oh wait, hold on, no, I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure I can go back to wherever. Thank god, I'm glad you can do that in this game. What kind of music do you like? Well, considering the fact that... Holy shit! I love these answers because I'm a metalhead. All of these are metal subgenres. Uchikoshi, my man. But this is my favorite. It's so deathy. Yeah. Evolved. Wow. It evolved by giving it the metal answer. Hell yeah. It's C2000 of it. Became an adulty. Thanks for making talking to me so much. That's cute. Eyebally's strategy guide is the manual. Oh, that's cool, but I'd rather just... Do you get different amounts of eyeballs for different versions? Well, either way, I'd rather just, like, see what other versions of her, them, I can get. So, yay. Them, I would say. I don't think the gender is quite a thing, except you would probably assume it's female because of Aiba and Tama, but it's probably just a them, like a genderless thing. That's what I would assume. Anyway, get some horny jokes in.
What are you doing standing there? Neil.
God, she's hot. Fuck. Yes, ma'am. What?
No one really talks with their friends about what they saw on TV last night anymore, huh?
Even if they did, you don't have friends anyway.
Jesus Christ, Tama, fuck you. He kinda doesn't, though, if I really think about it. Everyone here, he doesn't really seem to be acquainted with. Other than Date. He's got Date, I guess, but he's more of just an acquaintance and co-worker. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think he really does. Oof. I've got costumes now. Oh, wait, hold on, that's right, we haven't cleared this scene.
How about I take it all off instead?
Yes, please? Unfortunately, that'd probably make this game AO rated. Actually, with some of the nudity they're getting away with in other games, maybe not at this point. At least in America, but Japan might be more strict about that. Especially because they literally censor hentai sometimes. I don't get it.
Worried about school?
I live in a society.
That's so. Worried about work?
You know what would be funny? I wish I live in a society was an answer for all of these. Well, duh. Right now, he should be worried about work, because he might get fucking demoted.
No one at work sees your real potential?
These are all just kind of repeaty. Not always, but... It seems like they're random questions, and they always pull from the same pool, so it's... Although, granted, you can do different answers and get different responses, so... No, yours is justifiably low.
That must be rough. So you can see yourself objectively. Then you don't need to worry. You already know your weaknesses.
I like this, actually.
It's usually
I
hard
actually
to
agree
see
with
this.
this.
You're already successful.
I mean, honestly, he kinda is. This is not an easy job to have. I'm done here for now. So, friends, like, comment, subscribe if you like to. I hope y'all are doing well, and that your life is full of passion, like me, and that, regardless of everything, that this video found you well, and if not, it helped make you a little bit weller, I would hope. Because videos have done that so much to me, these sorts of gaming videos. And that's a lot of why I even make them. Either way, friends, I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day. Heck yeep!